Hello all, am I audible? Can anyone confirm please?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi guys, thanks for joining for today's session. Like we are learning the course like Microsoft SQL Server Administration. So my name is Harsha and like this is my contact WhatsApp number. You have any doubts you can ping me and this is you can drop the email to me as well. So this is the course syllabus like module in the module 1 we are going to discuss overview of SQL Server, what is the basic foundations, basic points. Okay, so versions, editions, and like installations and con in the module 2, we are going to see the installations and configuration of SQL servers so that I always believe the like prevention is better than cure. Okay, so if you follow this module, okay, so you can avoid 99% of errors. Okay, so you are trying to avoid the issues before they occur. Okay, now now what happened now in the module 3 we are going to working with databases, how we need to create the databases, what kind of databases, how we need to move from one drive to another drive, what is this.
మళ్ళీ వెనక్కి పోవాలా?
Yes, please mute yourself guys. Yeah, SQL
అన్నీ చేసా, ఒక ఆడియో వీడియో ఒకటే చేయలే నేను అంతే. ఎందుకు రాదు, వస్తుందిలే.
yeah, so yep, we are going to learn the database architecture, how we need to create the files and what are the logical extents, space types, where the data is actually going to store, what is the page architecture, all these internals which will help you to troubleshoot in level 3 as well. So that what all we are going to discuss in module 3. Now coming to security, how we need to provide the security to the users, what are the roles that we are having, how we need to resolve the orphan users, when the how in what situations orphan users will get created, and what is TDE, how we need to implement TDE, and SQL Server auditing. All these things we are going to discuss in module 1. And coming to module 5, it's a backup and restore. In the to understand we have to understand recovery models and backup types and like database snapshot, all how we need to take the backups, how we need to restores. Okay, coming to database email. Okay, now if anything happens, it has to be notified for all our database administrators and the clients as well, right? For that, we have a concept called DB email, or we used to call database mail. Okay, now we are going to see the mail architecture and how we need to configure and how we need to send the sample email. And after that, we are going to see automation, how what kind of alerts that we need to create and everything. All these things up to module 7, we are calling it as a level 1. Now coming to level 2, all are high availability and disaster recovery solutions. How we need to configure log shipping, database mirroring, replication, always on, and SQL clustering. All we used to call it as a level 2. Now coming to level 3, performance tuning. How, sir, if we get high CPU, high memory, how we need to identify those queries, how we need to tune those. If it is not in our scope, how we need to contact the developer, how we need to work with the rest of the team members. Okay, now how we need to set up the counters. Okay, how we need to monitor, how to tune the indexes, and what are the cluster index and non-cluster indexes, and like locking operators, optimize workloads, so table partitioning and implicit conversations and see parameter sniffing, everything we are going to see practically, and index fragmentation and statistics update. Sir, now fees is 15K. Now, who are going to pay in single installment? It's 12,500 rupees only. 2,500 it's a discount. And so no need to pay up to 5 days. Why? Because what I am saying, you have either you are able to grab the things or not. First, you need to understand that. If you are, and the way I am teaching that you are not able to grab the things, then it's a waste of time and money for you and for me as well. Sir, who are joined that course, we are giving 1200 word scripts of our YouTube entire duration of this course. Sir, if you join here, what are the videos, scripts that have used almost that total scripts like all enter will give for the duration of our course, and the duration will be like 3 months plus, and time will be 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Why we included star here? It means sometimes my shift will get changed, so at that time I will take half an hour only. Okay, so on Saturday, Sundays, will be holiday until unless we are going slow, and everybody has to be need to one camera, and you have to join with original names, and you have to like whatever the doubts you can ask your trainer, and trainer give the opportunity for all your calls. Okay, like for me, sir, generally 30 days, most of the trainers will complete 30 or 45 days, but for me, I kept 3 months or 3 months plus only. Why? Because freshers has to crack the job on their own without depending any proxy. Sir, nowadays proxies are very difficult. Even though you get a job on proxy, within next 2 days or 1 month only, they are catching up that, and they are taking the interviews again in the they are asking to come the office. Okay, so and immediately they are removing that. Okay, so nowadays proxy is not working, so freshers has to got the job on their own, and employees who are already working and they are they will become a brand in the existing company, and they will get best package. This is the aim I kept for myself after this course. Okay, and if 6 months of practice and some dumb practice, you can do your own certification as well. I mean, you can do certification on your own as well. Okay, now let enter into the this thing, sir. This is a journey we are going to see from 2005 SQL Server to 2025. Sir, why I have included star means yesterday only 2000 uh, 2025 operating system SQL Server was announced in the private preview means who are enrolled to the private preview, they, I mean, Microsoft will send that link to download the ISO. For them only they are able to download. So in the public preview, everybody can download the ISO and they can see that the what are that mean in the they have added artificial intelligence capabilities in SQL Server 2025. Okay, so this is the thing. Yeah, so we are batch 2, batch 1 has been completed successfully. Now these are the contents. Sir, what is like all these contents we are going to see now. Sir, what is data? Sir, this is every L1 interview question, collection of raw facts and figures which may have meaningful or not. Sir, if you say seek this I out going out. Sir, this is like a meaningful information. Meaning, I have a raw facts, but I need to be processed. When these is processed into meaningful, then it will then we call it as a information. So this is the data, and this is like information. So now data can be three types. One is structure, unstructured, and semi-structure. Okay, coming to structure. So structure means data will be present in rows and columns. Then we are calling it as a structure. Now, if you see this table, here I clearly understand this is the student ID 1 and 2, and this is student name Harsha and Dinesh, and location and India. So this we can easily retrieve the data from database engine. Mainly SQL Server stores this kind of data only. I mean, we can insert other data as well. Okay. Mainly we used to work with the structured data only. Now semi-structure, sir, if you see the curly brackets, name, email, phone number. In the phone number, again we have two types, type, home and number. Okay, so this is how again we have two columns, type, work, another two numbers as well. So this kind of rows, like we are calling it as a semi-structured data. This is not fully structured. This is semi-structured. What is the best example? JSON data is the best example for the semi-structured data. Now mostly we will see in the NoSQL. In the NoSQL we used to see this JSON kind of data. Now Unstructured. Sir, unstructured means any photo, video, images, files, PPT, Word documents. We can save all these files in SQL Server, but we cannot ask them. We can retrieve, but for example, if there is a photo, I by seeing the photo, I came to know these are the persons are there in the photo, but I cannot ask go and take that person photo and like this directly by kind of structure cannot be there in the database. Using other languages, Python, data science, we can retrieve those kind of information, but in SQL Server we don't have that facility. Sir, majorly there are two companies at the when this journey was started. Okay, they like IBM. IBM was the first company who manufactured computers. Okay, like so if you in the screen you are able to see that, right? So on those days IBM was very famous for making operating system devices. Okay, if you see but the disadvantage is the size was very big, and at the time only Microsoft was very famous for the operating system. Sir, they came into the market with this MS-DOS operating system. Sir, in previous 2, 3, 5 years back, when you purchase an operating system, by default it will come without OS, but they install MS-DOS application. Okay, so this is how MS-DOS looks like. Now IBM also having operating system. They call it as a operating OS 2, and this is like latest version. Okay, and not this time. Now this is not at all functioning. Okay, at that time it's all latest. Okay, sir, there was a little background story, sir. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Thank
yes,
you.
hello.
Yep. So there was small story I would like to say here. Sir, there was like IBM is having hardware and the operating system, but operating system was not very famous for the IBM. And within Microsoft has a operating system MS-DOS, and like they joined together, okay, and they have started like operating. I mean, the for the operating system for the IBM. Okay, join hands together. But what happened now? They are developing and everything is good. Now what happened? While developing that operating system and everything with IBM, Microsoft observed that okay, there is a future scope to further developing operating if we develop okay such beautiful graphic user interfaces and for client operating flight for personal users and everything. So for like that they have developed and everything. Finally, what happened? IBM was developed OS2 operating system with graphic user interfaces and everything. And additionally, what they have said that they have given their own uh, like what Sybase operating system. Okay, they had developed their own database as well. If you purchase my operating system, I will give the database as well. So now, like due to this, okay, Microsoft got irritated and like don't like this kind of way how my IBM was going forward. So now what happened? They came out. Okay, so my IBM Microsoft got feel like that he got cheated. So and he came out like with the development and when so finally case was happened, so you know, right? So this is the if you see the copyrights here, IBM copyrights and copyrights for Microsoft. Now both are having, both companies are having rights on OS2 operating system. So and what will happen, right, when two friends join work together and only one friend is getting like popularity, obviously another friend will get jealous and like they feel like got cheated, right? So finally both IBM and Microsoft got decided to separate it, and they didn't went and they went for court, and court has also, I mean, they settled out of court. So this is the uh, paper article which came from the New York Times at that time. Okay, so this is the story of like IBM and Microsoft. So now Microsoft was very famous for operating system only. They don't have any database, any SQL server they don't have. Now Microsoft got an idea. Why don't I develop my own database server along with the my operating system? So, but they don't have human power, knowledge, and everything you don't have. So now what Microsoft has think that let's join partnership with other companies who are there in the database market. So that's how our SQL Server journey started. Sir, Sybase is a company. They release a SQL Server for the unique operating system. There was um, I mean there is no operating system for Windows at that time. Now what happened, sir? No need to remember. Just consider this is like a small story. Okay, now in the year of 1988, Microsoft, Sybase, and Aston Tate join hands together to develop SQL Server for operating system 2. Okay, now they release in the 90 within span of 1 year only they have released SQL Server 1.0 for operating system. Later on, along with the operating system 2, within the next year only they developed for Windows as well. Now, what happened? Sybase is working good, developing money, getting profits, and Microsoft is getting profits. Along with Aston Tata is like Aston, one friend of is not getting money from that. Why? Because Aston Tata is also a database company. What is the database? Here it is. You got to see Aston DBase database application. This is one type of database. Okay, so now three friends started together. Only two friends are getting profits and one friend is not getting. So now what happened? Okay, boss, this is not working for me. You both develop. I will get out from the development. So like that, 1990 only, Stone Tattoo Company came out from development. Now this is operating system. This is leave it. Now Microsoft and Cybers are developing for the SQL Server to the Windows operating systems. Like that, they got like both developed this all these versions for NT. Now what happened? Okay, boss. Microsoft and several develop. Okay, and they got separated again. They both got into gentleman agreement. Okay, Microsoft, you develop, you take the copyrights for Windows operating system. I will take the rights for the Unix operating system and other flavors operating system. Okay, then chalo, bye bye. So they got separated. Now both database having SQL Server. To avoid that confusion, Microsoft rename its database to as a MS SQL Server. Sybase company renamed its product as a Adaptive Server Enterprise. Now Microsoft hold the copyrights for Windows SQL Server. Sybase hold the rights of the Adaptive Enterprise. So this is how our SQL Server journey started. Now, sir, our our mother code is the Sybase. All the code what we have seen, sir, later versions it can rename, but our entire SQL Server is dependent on the Sybase. Mother code is like Sybase only. Okay, so sir, this is after that, sir, 2016, 5, 18, 12, 14, 17, 19, 22. Yesterday, 2025 private preview. Okay, sir, if you see here, the journey here, now this is the document which you can get from the Wikipedia. So here one operating 2 in the 1999 for SQL Server 1. Like that it was developed up to in the 2095. Azure claim Azure SQL database came into picture. It's separate topic, and later on see up to 2022. So this is the journey how it was started. Now every Microsoft had a habit. Whenever they say, create like a product, they will give some code name on the working project. So like that, SQL Server 22 code name was Dallas. Okay, no need, just for information purpose, and I am saying you for internally, the database version is also there for everything. Now if you are using SQL Server 2022, the database version should be 957. Okay, now like we have SQL Server engine version and internal database version as well, and we have code name for SQL Server. These are all like for just information purpose. They were not going to ask for the interviews. Yep. Now, sir, we need to learn like in olden days we have 16-bit, 8-bit, 32 mainly. When I used to work with computers, I have seen 32-bit and 64-bit. Sir, before talking about this, I would like to know which language does computer understand? English, Telugu, Hindi, or any other? Hello? Simple question, sir. Just interactive session. Sir, computer understand only one language. What is the language?
Binary language.
Yeah, it's binary. How many letters in there in the binary?
Zeros and ones.
Only one zeros or ones. Oh, sir, these are the two letters we are having only in for this language only will understand by CPU. And sir, now if I see here, sir, whenever you are sharing or doing or anything, okay. Now like my sir, whenever you type or anything, SQL Server process these kind of line this way. Okay, so this is how the information will be converted and processed. Okay, now I am copying the same thing here from I am pasting here from I will change the binary to text, and I am saying here I will no wait 12 and 10 no wait no, what happened to okay, so yeah, we'll see the this later. Binary to text decimal. Okay, space. No, I will show this later and then I will see. See, this is how it will converted the information. Okay. Now at that time, we have 32-bit and 64-bit. So 32-bit means what? Sir, it will process 32 32 letters at the time. It means it will process at single second, at my single microsecond, it will process only 32 zeros or one or combination of both. It will process only 32 letters at single second. So that is what 32-bit means. 64-bit means it for second it will transfer 64 zeros or ones or combination of both. It will transfer only 64. That is what 32-bit and 64-bit means. 32-bit we have a limitation. How much RAM you are having, that doesn't matter, sir. It will use only 4 GB. And we have so memory register allocated for 32-bit. Now in the 32-bit we cannot use entire RAM which is 4 GB, and 1 GB is 1 GB was reserved for the voice operations. Only you can use 3 GB. Now 32-bit is very less expensive and more compatible drivers, the device drivers are there for 32-bit operating system. Coming to 64, now we have 64-bit processor or operating system will support up to 7 to 8 TB, and we have more memory registers, and it will reserve more space of voice operations as well. Sir, now it all depends upon the money. If you have more money, you can purchase more hardware, and you can there are so many server hardware and CPU client hardware is there. Okay, so now if you had more money, and you can take the invest in the hardware, and so that you can go up to 7 to 8 TB memory as well. And some nowadays more compatible device drivers are also getting for 64-bit operating system. Yeah, sir. Now we are entering into the SQL Server. Sir, what is SQL Server? Like initially developed by the SQL language, okay, was developed by the IBM at early 1970. They used to call it as a SQL, Structured English Query Language, okay. And later on, it was commonly pronounced as a, now, sir, most of the in the US, if you ask that what is your job, I am SQL administrator. They are calling with this name only, but still, but we nowadays from India every people will calling as SQL admin, mssql DBA admin. But now in the US or most of the people will call it as a SQL. Now SQL become as a SQL. Sir, now I think you have you know what is ISO, right? International Certificate Organization, Standard Organization, right? So like that in the America also we have one company where they are proposing to some standards. Okay, now they are calling it as ANSI, American National Standard. They will set some rules. Okay, now everybody has to follow that rules. Okay, now like they have released some languages. Okay, so what happened to that? Okay, everybody used to copy that language. Sir, if you see, sir, basically I belong to Telugu states. In Telugu, in Telangana, dialects will be different. Yes or no? Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Some yeah, in
Yes.
from Rayalaseema quite different, sir. If you go for US accent is different, UK accent is different, and Australia accent is different, right? So now the language is same, but the syntax will be different from another from product to product. That is what I want to convey. Now, now what the Microsoft is having here is like Microsoft is having its own language. They named it as a TSQL. They named it as a TSQL for like my for a MySQL they are calling it as a MySQL. For Postgres they are calling it as a Postgres SQL. TSQL stands for Transaction SQL. So this is used for, this is the language or we used for the developers to create and objects and everything in the SQL Server. We are not going to work. Our course is not. This is for developers. Okay. Now, what is SQL Server? SQL Server is like a relational database management system. We are calling it as a simply RDBMS. It's developed by the Microsoft, which is using store, retrieving, and managing the data. So it is we have some tools and services which we use to connect development and process for the business intelligence. So simply we can call it as a it's a database storage or database engine which will help you to store and retrieve the data and modify the data. That is what simple SQL Server is. Now, sir, not sir, as we are learning SQL Server, okay, that's fine. But is the only database software exist in the market? No. The answer is no. Sir, there are so many RDBMS products that are available in SQL Server. What is that? Oracle is there, SQL Server is there, IBM DB2 is there, MySQL, which is open source but acquired by the Oracle company. Sybase, Teradata, SAP HANA, NoSQL, PostgreSQL, Bigtable, HyperSQL, OldDB, all these databases are there existing uh, in market. Amazon Aurora, cloud softwares, all these are like cloud softwares. And so the list is never ending, sir. But why, sir? There are more than I believe 30 to 35 plus RDBMS softwares exist in the market. But still, why we are learning a Microsoft product only means there are some advantages in learning that. What are that means? First of all, it easy to learn. That is the one thing, and it is very rich in the graphical user interface. Okay. The second thing is it's a very big company, and like we have entire ecosystem and we have strong consumer base. Consumer everybody is using, and it is a number one. It is a number one in the market. Sir, how you are telling this is number one, number one or number two answer? There is one company, okay, who will sell that. This is how many members they are using for what purpose that there is. I will tell you, sir. Okay. Now, sir, now we will see who own the companies. If you see, Microsoft SQL Server owns by which company, sir? Microsoft. Oracle, Oracle Corporation. IBM DB2, IBM. MySQL by Oracle Corporation only. Sybase, Sybase is the company now acquired by the SAP. Okay, Teradata, Teradata Corporation. Sir, MongoDB and MongoDB Postgres Global Community Group. Sir, all these like their databases and their respective owners. Okay, now there is now one company is there that is called Gartner reports. They will tell you who is number one and who is number two, and what are the advantage, what are the challenges they are facing, how many competitors that are, all these like they will give one report. So this report is not free, sir. Old reports will be available in the Google. You can get it from there. For your purpose, easy purpose, I have pasted here. Sir, now who will number one in the database market? Now you will see Microsoft. After that, slide to neck competition, we are having Oracle and Amazon Web Services, IBM. So this is how we can confirm. Okay, if I get, if I learn Microsoft, okay, I will definitely there will be some scope to get the job. Sir, now is it only required thing? Is it only, is it enough to learn Microsoft SQL Server for entire lifelong? I said no. Okay, so why? Because depending upon your project, sir, if we are Microsoft SQL Server is like entry point up to 6 years. Okay, it's okay. No need to learn any coding or anything. You no need to learn anything. But once you became 6 years in your company, you have to take the lead. At that time, you have to learn other languages as well. You have to learn the coding. You have to have knowledge on other RDBMS products as well. Okay, this was report was in 2015, sir. In the 2015, in the database market, Microsoft company is the number one. Now, if I see here in the 2016, in the 2016 also, Microsoft is the number one. In the 2000, what is that? In the DB market, which I don't see this year. Okay. In the year of 2021, Amazon Web Services AWS was some little bit high when comparing to Microsoft. But in that AWS Amazon services is a cloud, but in the on-prem SQL Server, still Microsoft is the leader. Okay. Now, so if I see here how to see these things, so this is how you need to see this. 2024. Once the year completed, no, no, 23 is will be available. So this is for manage cloud databases. In the cloud databases, leader was Amazon Web Services and Microsoft and Google. All these are like leaders, but Amazon was just having some upper hand. Okay, so this is how like for 2000 cloud databases. For if you want to see the DBMS market, you have to purchase in the Gartner reports. Okay, now we are seeing the code name. Sir, as I said previously, every SQL server had some code name. For 2019, they have named it as a Aris. For 2022, they have Dallas. So just for information purpose, known they are not going to ask in the interview as well. Okay. Now, sir, I just want to tell you one thing. Um, how many of you are you using Redbus? Hello, you know the Redbus, right? Hello,
Yes, yes.
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Sir, whenever you book that, right? So they will do, tell you they will give 300 rupees as a discount. but you cannot use 300 rupees, only you have to use half of the amount. Okay, and you after that they are the next transaction, in the next when you are trying to book the ticket for another time, what we will do, yes, I have having 150 rupees, next time also you are coming again to book the tickets to the red app only. Mean, it is not trying to live with to going outside. We are calling that kind of that as an ecosystem, right? So now Microsoft is trying to develop like that. Okay, now see, Microsoft is having a operating system, database. Not only these two products, sir, we are having more than that. SSIS are there, and more than all these techno business data enterprise develop everything. Sir, if you come into once you come into the Microsoft, you cannot go outside, sir. Why? Because entire products will be, all the products will be available in the Microsoft only. Coming to SQL Server, not only in our databases, sometimes we have to work with SSIS, SSRS, SSIS teams as well. So these like mostly our databases. I mean, we are we are going to work closely with these SSS teams as well. Now, if I see here, ecosystem, if I go to the Microsoft this website, if you see the data platform, data services, Synapse Analytics, Power BI. Coming to on-prem SQL Server 2022 and SQL Server Power BI on all these versions. Sir, you are not going, it's like enter the dragon. Once you enter, you cannot came out. Why? Because all these things are available in the Microsoft only. Sir, now is that same Microsoft doing the same, sir? No, sir. Entire other systems are also, other companies are also doing the same. See, Oracle also having same kind of products. Once you enter, it has the company will not leave you. You have to, they will make you to purchase other product. After the other product, after that other product as well. They are calling it as a ecosystem, but government will call it as a monopoly. Sir, if you go to the PVR anything, what is the cost of the water bottle, sir? And you cannot carry your own food, right? So they are what that we call cutting as a monopoly. Sir, what is the rule that we have to follow? Okay, now, yeah, now how data used to store on all these things in earlier days, we are going to see it from tomorrow onwards. So any doubts, let me know, otherwise I will stop the recording. What are the practicals that I used to show you, right? You have to practice the same. So that's the reason I am giving like uh, I'm sharing the same script so that you have to practice the same. And later on, I'm going to provide this book. You have to take the printout, and what are the extra points that we are going to cover, you need to write at the end of the this book. So all these books we are going to give. So this book will be very like handy. Sir, within next 2 days, you are having one interview, right? So this book will help you to quickly recap. Sir, once course is completed, like day once it is completed, we will write this like this. What is the date? What is the how many video? And what are the points that we discussed here? And I will upload the video link as well. Up to 15 days, I will do like this. I will do. After that, I will give the opportunity to you. So every day it's a round robin. First day one more person. After next day, it will be another person. Okay, so you have to you have to share the minute to minute, and like that how many of you attended. If not attended, may what could be the reason, and what are the practical uh, what is the practical, we are going to list all the practicals you have to done, and you have to share the email so that I can put the tick mark like this. Yep. So these are all the things that you will get during this course. So any doubts? So any doubt? If not, we will connect again tomorrow. Shall I?
So,
Yep. Yes, please.
Arsha, so will you share this presentation to us?
Sir, presentation is not required, sir. Presentation is
Okay,
for sharing the information. All the scripts I will share you, sir.
okay,
Yep.
thank you.
So there are extra charge for those scripts.
No, 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 not extra charges. Only who are like enrolled, right? They are all we are going to give for free.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a part of our training.
Okay.
Yep.
And the training will be on YouTube
Not
or
YouTube.
here?
Here only. Here
Okay,
only. We will
okay,
upload
no,
the link.
there
We
were.
will no, we will
Oh,
upload the
okay, okay.
video. We will share it in the private for what email ID you have registered with us. We will give the permission for those email ID. Using that
Okay,
email you can access.
okay, okay, got it.
Yep.
Yeah, Harsha, regarding always on and high availability, like, are you going to explain the things how to configure, or like, are you sharing some real-time scenarios and on issues? I mean, some issues related to AG things,
Sir,
Harsha.
I will share you. I will show you. I will show you always on. Okay.
Hmm.
Sir, these are all the things that I have discussed uh, from here to here. I will show you how to configure like how to configure auto seeding, how to configure backups, how to configure what are the basic availability groups, and how to configure all these things. My independent cluster, some read-only routing, what is DAG, the distributed availability groups, what is global forwarders, how to configure all these things. Sir, uh, entire scenarios will be seen. Sir, DAG is the latest concept up to now. I'm saying that nobody knows what is DAG and how to configure that. All these things I will show you, and I will show you the lab as well. So if you build the lab on your own, any scenario, if any scenario comes, you can do the experiment on the lab, and you can come to one conclusion.
Yeah, got it, Harsha.
Yep.
Harsha, like to build a lab, I mean, are we going to use any virtual, I mean, VMware kind of software so that everyone can have some
Yeah. Yes, yes.
basic configuration laptop? I mean, not basic, like any recommended values you provide?
Yeah, not by me. I mean, the
I mean,
requirement is like
for
that.
the,
Yeah,
yeah.
sir. If you see here, if you see, for main operate, so this is my laptop. For my laptop to run, it will require 2 GB or to 4 GB. Yes or no?
Hmm, yes, yes.
For operating system, for we need to install one domain or DC. For that, I need to give 1 GB.
Hmm,
Okay, or we can call it as a 2 GB. Yes or no?
hmm, yes.
Yeah, for two member servers, we need to install 2 GB means 4 GB. Okay, sir. As of now, how many GB I mean it went 3 to 4. How much?
9 GB.
9 GB. For DAG again we need two servers means 4 GB. Total. Now you tell me, sir.
13.
For lab, for simple lab, 9 GB is enough, sir. But
Okay.
if you want to practice some scenarios like DAG and anything, if you want to try with the 3 node cluster or 4 node cluster, at that time
Hmm.
RAM requirements will get increase.
Okay, okay.
Sir,
Got it.
sir, 9 GB. If you have 9 GB, sir, or like assume like that you are 9 GB. What happen if you do one click? It will take 5 minutes of time. Again, you
Hmm.
have to go for copy break and you have to come again. Okay, so if you
Yes.
have 12 GB, somewhat it's good. So
Hmm.
nowadays, like uh, if you want to purchase 12 GB RAM or 15 GB RAM, basically your hardware should support. Otherwise, you have to purchase the CPU for the cost of 30,000. But luckily, we are very lucky that we have Azure. In the Azure, we can build. We used to get 12,000 rupees for 1 month. So I will show you after 1.5 month when the always on comes into picture. I will show you the same lab in the Azure as well. So that within 100 rupees to 200 rupees, you can complete the on-premise lab in the Azure as well. No need to have separate hardware on that. But I will show you the both.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
It's all up
Got
to
it.
you.
Harsha.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Any doubts?
So you are going to cover Azure as well?
No, 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 Azure. Only the up to lab part I'm going to cover. So now I only just now only tell I told that like nobody will having 12 GB RAM, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for that. So now we are doing all these labs in the Azure.
Okay.
Yep. Sir, now
Uh,
let's assume like that. See, for on-prem SQL Server only, we are taking 3 months. If I include Azure as well, again it will go to next two or 3 months. Sir, will it be now? Is it possible to I mean to learn the languages and everything up to 6 months? Will you able to give the time for 6 months? Is it possible?
No.
Yes, that's the reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is one of the reason. Yep.
Okay.
Arsha, this is Nagasai here.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, I understand, like, it's not possible to cover all the real-time scenarios, but, is it possible to cover the maximum scenarios in each and every area and concept?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's maximum. Sir, once I covered, if I see here in the replication, where is that lag? Sir, in the this is the replication, sir. See, all these issues we are going to cover. So I mean, what is the primary key? What is how the duplicates will get? Create the issue. Sir, we are covered so many. We are covered. See, these are the errors. These are the issues that we have covered in replication. So the most, sir, we are showing some practical. We are showing some real-time practicals. After that, we are making you too. If any issue comes, you are doing the same in your own lab. So that that kind of confidence we are giving through our training.
Okay, one more question, if I'm not taking up your time.
No, 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 no problem. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, and after completing this course successfully, I mean, there should be an hand-in-hand coordination between you and all the students, right? So
Yeah.
after successfully completing this course, can I confidently say that, I carry the 5 years, or whatever the experience?
Yep.
Can
So
I
yes, sir.
confidently say?
You can say from 3 years to 6 years, sir.
Okay,
Yep.
got
That you can say confidently. Why? Because after finishing the course, not only technical knowledge, your communication will also plays the roles. How confidently you are speaking. These are also comes into picture, sir. So if you are doing the practice, sir, not only that, once our journey started, I am going to share the interview questions as well. Sir, now see, these are all the interview questions. Sir, you have to send the WhatsApp voice messages in the WhatsApp so that we are going to create one document. Sir, learning all interview questions in one day is not possible. So every day we okay, okay. These are the interview questions we might get for in today's session, and these are all the interview questions. Sir, you have to practice. Okay, you have to do practice by by doing the practicals and by voice as well.
got it.
Yep.
Thank
Any
you, Arch.
yeah. Any other doubts?
Yeah, hi. Good morning, sir. Good evening,
Yeah.
everyone. Like, yeah, myself Ashok. Actually, I just want to understand, like, are you covering like performance tuning and
Yes.
monitoring also?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay. Monitoring the sense, like, are you covering like SQL Sentry and the Red Hat?
No, no, no. That kind of monitoring tools we don't have license and everything to show you. We are going to
Mm-hmm.
configure you through the alerts, through the native alerts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay, got it. Yeah.
Third party monitoring tools first of all I need to configure for that.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I understand. Like, yeah, if it is not demo means like, can you see tell like what is the Red Hat monitoring and the SQL Sentry? Like
We
at
are
least knowledge base
that is
also good. Mm-hmm.
that see, if you join in any company directly, they are not going to sit in the project. Okay, first they will give the KT. Yes or no? In the
Yeah, yeah.
KT, in the first time, they will show you how to do that. They will give the KT on the monitoring tool as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like we have our own monitoring tool. Okay, so we are not going to work. So we are going to ask to the level junior people to take care of the monitoring.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. Sir, they will give the KT, sir. Sir, I will, sir. If you learn red gate here, in the next company, if they don't use the red gate, what is the use of learning here? Yep. So every company it's have different monitoring tools. They will give the KT on that.
Okay, okay, sir, got it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone?
Hello, sir.
Uh,
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, I want to ask you how many years of experience did you have or you are working?
I am having 9 plus of years of experience.
Okay, sir.
Yep.
Okay.
Any other questions, please? Any other members?
Harsha, Shiva here.
Yeah.
Is it possible to I mean, currently like you are making the session at 9 a.m., right? So is it possible to make that around 9:30 or 10? I mean, it depends upon your availability. So I'm just checking.
Sir, sir, my shift will start at 12 o'clock. Okay, so for that I need to go 1.5 hour before itself. Okay, so I mean before if I need to go right, I need to make myself get ready, right? So it's not possible, sir.
Yes.
9:30. So why? Because during these days I will go slowly. Why? Because I need to know whether my people are getting grabbing the knowledge or not. So once we get the speed up, we will increase up to 1.5 hour.
Yeah, yeah, got it, Harsha.
Yeah.
No problem. Yep, thank you.
Yeah, hi Harsha, this is Sai.
Yes, I.
Yeah, do we get these scripts as a predefined one, or we have to build by our own selves?
Means.
Scripts will be there now for implementing some tasks and all those. Do we have to build from our end, or else there will be predefined scripts?
It's not predefined. See, in the lab, my computer is named different. In your lab, computer name is different, right?
Okay, with some
Yes,
modifications.
yeah, obviously with some modifications you need to do.
Okay, and can we get this spreadsheet for the day so that we can go through?
Yeah, we will go through. This is the lab. This is the for previous day, previous people, right? Once you join after 5 days, we are going to create the same. Okay, and I'm going to share all the all the people.
Okay, Harsha,
Yep.
done. Thanks.
Yes, please. Any other questions? Any other questions, please? Vijay Lakshmi, are you there? Deepthi, any
Yes,
doubts?
sir. Yes, sir. I'm Vijayalakshmi.
Yep. Any doubts?
No doubt, sir.
Benjamin, are you there? Mia?
Sir?
Yeah, Benjamin. Okay. These are guys from the US. I don't know what the US time is now, or maybe time zone is different. So I hope I have answered all your questions, and we will meet you tomorrow. Thank you.